Welcome to the channel. Have you ever watched a coin pusher video?
Oh no, only one quarter fell down.
My wife and I recently stumbled across one. We watched as a YouTuber dropped quarters into a coin pushing machine. You know the one I'm talking about? It's the one with the bar that continually moves forward in an effort to have the other coins, casino chips, and whatever other goodies they have in there drop into the receiving bin, and then they keep that as winnings. It was surprisingly entertaining to see if he could do it, and he did. We spent a good 15-20 minutes actually watching him succeed at it. He says he put $5,000 at risk, and he made about $5,000 in profit. So YouTube, being the rabbit hole that it is, started recommending additional coin pushing videos from the same guy. But now the stakes were higher. $10,000, $50,000, $100,000.
What?
So naturally, our bullshit detectors started pinging away. Like, why did all these pushing machines look the same? Who could possibly be on YouTube gambling these sums of money just by dropping quarters? But before we move on, let's step back for a moment and let's make the distinction between something that's misleading, something that's unethical, and something that's a scam. If someone has a coin pushing machine in their basement and they represent to the YouTube world that they're gambling for large sums of money, but they're not, then they're misleading the public. It's not a scam. They're not trying to get anything out of you, but they're misleading you. They're enticing you to click, based on the fact that they're coming up with these wild numbers. However, if they are representing that they're gambling for these large sums of money, but they're not, and they're also soliciting donations, then it becomes a scam. And there are scam artists out on YouTube. Surprise! Hopefully, reasonable people will appreciate the distinction and understand that there are people who do not want to see platforms like YouTube infested with such scam channels. They're there, but, anything we can do to get rid of them, I think we should do. We shouldn't have scammers on YouTube. It's just not right. Now, let's talk about the people that make these videos. In this video, we're going to take a look at two of the most popular coin pusher channels. Those being Joshua Bartley and A&V Coin Pusher. There are others, but these two are among the leading channels with coin pushing videos. If you already know about coin pusher videos, then you might be aware of What the Hales. That's another YouTube channel. So they would come to mind. They're larger than these other two channels, but they do a wide variety of questionable content. At least I find it questionable. Coin pushing is only one small part of it. So for now, we'll put their dysfunction aside and we'll focus on Bartley and A&V. Let's start with Joshua Bartley. His channel has nearly 150,000 subscribers. Social Blade places his monthly earnings anywhere from $130 to $2,100 a month. His weekly video views peaked at just over 600,000 in April of 2020, right at the start of the pandemic. But they've dropped considerably to where they now hover between 70 to 80,000 a week, which is still pretty good, really good, but way off from his peak. In an article for Input Magazine, links in the description, Bartley swears that his videos are legit. He says that people comment saying, "Why are there no people in the background?" Or "Where is the casino noise? It makes me laugh. I'm playing in a shopping mall, essentially." Bartley also told Input that he plays in a venue run by a close family friend. Why would he say that when he actually plays at an arcade that he owns in West Virginia? It's one thing to try and fool the public into thinking that you are in a casino by using casino background noise on a loop, but it's another to tell the state that you're possibly engaging in illegal gaming in your hometown arcade that you happen to own. The general consensus among internet sleuths that track these types of channels is that he may have started out with legitimate plays on the machine he owned in his arcade, but that over time the dark side took over. When his viewership began to decline, he started regularly posting, clickbaity type of content and dubious claims of prizes that cannot be verified and are just beyond belief. Bartley is definitely not the worst of the coin pushers, but he appears to have made the decision to try to catch up to the rest of them, which is unfortunate. The second channel is A&V Coin Pusher. If Bartley is potentially a borderline con, then A&V is the Bernie Madoff of coin pusher cons. This is a channel with absolutely no willingness to engage in conversation with people that are skeptical of their claims. They simply remove comments that challenge their wild claims. But a few of the comments do slip through. There's no reason to be concerned when the overwhelming majority of their nearly 90,000 subscribers believe their coin pushes actually mean something. But you tell me, is this real?
In today's video, we're going to be doing an $8 million buy-in They gave us 80 quarters. This is a super risky game today. Anyhow, wish me good luck. Hopefully we can win the jackpot.
Before you answer, let's look at a couple of details. First, look at the chips. They're all labeled Monte Carlo Poker Club, and they all come in various denominations. Now look at the description below this video, and feel free to click on the like and subscribe button on your way there. In the description for this video, I have included links to these exact same chips and novelty 1 troy ounce gold bars. They're exactly the same that are used in this video. You can buy all of this on Amazon.com. And no, in my links, I do not include an affiliate in the links in the description. I'm making no money off of you if you click them. So just feel free to click and order some if you want to do your own coin pushing videos. But if you're a reasonable thinker, you can see what's going on here. No casino, bingo hall, underground casino, or someone operating out of their basement is going to have a $5 million buy-in with the reward given by the machine being fake chips and fake gold bars that you can buy on Amazon. When busted, these coin pushers and their defenders have admitted that the chips and the gold bars are admittedly fake. They claim that they just cashed them in at the cage for the real thing. Think for a second. Why would casinos use fake chips to exchange for real chips? You would rightfully assume that a casino that is going to pay off millions of dollars on any game would want to use chips that are labeled with their brand and made of materials that discourage forgeries. Could you imagine going to Bellagio, winning $1 million at craps, and being given cheap chips with the logo of another casino to take to the cage and collect your real $1 million? And even if this is some underground casino or bingo hall that did this, how easy would it be for someone to slip in a handful of $100 fake chips they got on Amazon to go with the fake $25 chips the bingo hall uses? That would certainly be an easy way to help cover some of the losses from the $5 million bet. I mean, come on, right? Wow, it's just amazing that some people still fall for this. It's obvious these bets are fake and the amounts are ludicrous. Look, I get the entertainment value of watching them push coins. It sounds silly, but just watch one of these videos. They really are, they'll keep you focused for sure. If you don't think about the fakery, you'll find yourself rooting for that quarter that's just kind of hanging there on the tipping point. If it falls, maybe that stack of quarters or stack of chips or novelty gold bars will fall too. Well, maybe it won't, but you're kind of drawn into it, right? Where it's a concern for me, and something that we should all understand, is that these coin pushers are soliciting funds from gullible viewers. They manufacture things out of thin air, such as world records that really don't exist. They use it as a way to ask viewers for money, help contribute for my, quest to get to the world record. If I had a coin pusher machine in my basement, I could put up a video claiming that I was going for the world record of
$100 billion.
Then all I have to do is put out a video with an over-the-top thumbnail and include my PayPal address. See how it works? There is one piece of good news from all of this. There are legit coin pushers who enjoy the thrill of the spectacle and don't have to fake any of it. I've included links to a couple of them in the description for this video. You should check them out because they are legit, they're entertaining. So I'd like to know in the comments, what's your take on this? Is it much ado about nothing? Is it behavior that should be discouraged? Or is your takeaway that the most painful thing about this is that there are people that still fall for this and think it's real? For me, it's a little bit of each, but I found it to be an interesting topic, so I wanted to cover it. If you did too, I would appreciate it if you would consider clicking the like button. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And don't forget to smash the notify button so you'll be notified of the next video. Until then, I wish you a happy day, and I'll see you next time.